Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Probably, damn, I'm in the camera too. I didn't know that shit was all that. Back this shit up a little bit. God damn. Anyway, greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Probably presents another episode of the Collectors Lounge International Sunday. This is a special edition because, again, you know that we didn't really get too many releases last week. I think we got one, and that was the Neo, I believe. It was the actual Neo from the Matrix Resurrection, I believe. So definitely we got that figure. Probably, touch on it briefly. We're not really going to spend too much time on that because the topic of the show today is, again, as you saw in the thumbnail, let me just bring that basically up real quick. Scaling back. 'Tis the season for being selective. With all this, and you basically see here on this thumbnail, if you're looking at it right now, we have all these particular IPs, some that have already come out, but the figures behind them, either they've been teased or they're forthcoming. Like you'll actually start seeing them coming soon. And it's a lot to really go off of. Also, we're dealing with the in-art Hot Toys premium prices. So again, the conversation is going to be geared towards more so curating, like what people are basically doing when it comes to their collection. Are you scaling back? Are you focusing on one IP? How are you going to basically tackle the storm that's actually upon us when it comes to these releases and when it comes to, these teases? Are we in that space where you might have to basically just channel into one IP and ditch others or whatever? Like that's something that we're going to kind of talk about today, and hopefully it helps a few people out there who've been wondering how they should approach collecting, new collectors, people that have been doing it for a long time but just don't know how. You may not know how to really just hone it in because there's so much that we want, but at the same time now prices aren't going down, they're going up. And I even have a strange a feeling, a scary feeling that this might even start or affecting third-party companies where those prices are going to start rising and going up. So that's going to be something that we're going to talk about on here as well. But of course, I can't talk about it without the actual crew and the ice cream man.
It is that time. It's that time.
It is that time.
Sorry, man. I was muted, but I had to unmute because it's getting weird, man. It's getting weird every single Sunday. That's not a sound effect. Every single Sunday, he's out there selling his ice cream.
He might be watching on his phone and he's like, hold on, let's turn this.
He's a diehard collector, man. That's
he's trying to get, bro. He just wants to give you theme music, bro. He's crazy. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Looking sharp as always.
Thank you. I'm going out in public today, so
he's like, I'm going out in public, so I gotta be on my P's and Q's. Thank you for being here as always, bro. We're gonna definitely dive into today's conversation. We got Cal next. What's going on with you, Cal, bro? He just woke up. Now, here's the thing. Let me preface this before you talk. Everybody basically said, or Calvin's been saying, I got a frog in my throat, so I'm just waking up. But trust me, he just woke up. Listen to him talk and tell me if this is not the way Calvin sounds all the time. Cal, what's going on with you, brother?
My name is Low Key. I'd appreciate you taking me off the screen this early in the morning. After Shane came in looking all fresh and crisp and so fresh and so clean.
I know he does.
I feel like, damn, I need to go put a suit on. Shit.
Yeah, I know, right? He just come in looking squeaky clean, and it's like all of us is like in t-shirt down and all that. Give us a warning. Anyway,
he got me wanting to pull out the Calvin Klein shit.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, let me get the Tom Ford suit with the bow tie. 007. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those mornings, bro. Anyway, bro, thanks for being here, Cal, as always, man. Last but not least, we got the Cuzzo himself, Cam's Collection, aka Hollywood, in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
Good, man. Glad to be here. About 3 3 Sundays away from NFL football. So I'm excited, man. Finally back. Our team probably gonna get dogged. You know
but
that.
Let me ask you a question. Is it true that Magic bought us, bro?
So Magic, along with I believe the other guy's name is Josh Johnson, I think. They bought them for $6 billion, I think.
Word.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. They're even talking about changing the name again. So, because I really don't like the name Commanders.
The Commanders, me neither, bro. Like, I love the Redskins, but I can understand why they basically changed it.
Oh, yo, 100%. I understand why. Like for years, they've been talking about it, but I feel like if they would have made it the Red Wolves, that'd been nice. They could have called the Wolf Den, the stadium. People would have howling. That's a marketing thing, man. Y'all need to pay me. Send me some money right now, okay? Y'all
pay me, bro. Come on, man. Come on, pay, because the Commanders, I'm not rocking with that name, bro.
Nah,
I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. And I think that's been part of our downfall is we're rocking with this Commander's name. I'm just like, I can't.
Yeah.
We got Cruthing through space. He was like, yo, Commanders. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, bro.
Go ahead.
Definitely, man. Thanks for being here. Who else we got here? Empire Strikes Again. How are you, buddy? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Blitz in the building. We got Bendu Windu in the building. What up? Who else we got? Blue Tattoo is in the building. Shiny is out there. Thank you for being here today. AJ Agrusa, we got exactly Cruising Through Space. Go Broncos. I knew somebody was gonna come with that. Philip the Fool in the building. We got Striker 47. We got Blitz 0065 is in the building. Blur Tech, Blackbird Tech is in the building. Who else we got here? Blitz. We got Ryan Smith is in the building. We got Agent Butt Naked Silver Fox in the building. How you doing, Ian? As always. Who else we got? AJ Agrusa in here. Who else do we have with us? The Empire Strikes Again. Paul Morales is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, how you doing? Pop Culture Living Room. My man Costa is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. And we got Mr. Dolly himself. Proczilla is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Who else do we have in here? Ryan Smith, Pulal 89, Windman 42 is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. And Spice, Hot and Spicy Runner is in the building. How you doing, brother? How you doing? So thank you for being here as always. Red Wolf is in the building. Thank you for being here. Lancelot Nerd Corner, 16-figure focus, looking extra dapper today. Oh no, he didn't warn any of us. He just came in looking clean. And yeah, bro.
I would at least put on a beanie or something.
Yeah,
you know
what
like,
I mean?
damn,
like, you know what I mean? Just
even though
something.
it's 86 degrees outside, at least
yeah,
I'm not doing this hair twice, man. Not happening. I'm not even gonna lie.
He's like, I'm not doing this shit twice. Anyway, man, thank you guys for being here. Everybody out there, thank you for being here for today's show, because we do have some things to talk about. Of course, we're gonna jump into that. But again, I have to, because you know what it is. It's always, and we always keep it within the realm of figures and always in the news. So we want to always keep you guys in the now so that you are aware what's out there, in the figure universe, what's been released. As a matter of fact, I think we got 2 releases. As a matter of fact, I forgot about that Iron Man. So that one was released. But first, let's actually dive into this, because it's worth having this conversation to find out where everybody's sitting. I already know where everybody's at, but it is definitely worth talking about in general. Cam, what do you think about this Neo, bro? Are you a Matrix fan? Is this something that might wind up or it eases its way into your collection? It's just like, nah, I ain't getting that shit, but it looks good.
Yeah, so I absolutely love the Matrix. But just not this one. So for me, I just don't. I just can't get behind it, man. I mean, I'm pretty strictly Marvel IP for the most part, but this one, it really didn't even jump out at me at all. It's been like a year, I think, since they announced it, and they're finally releasing it now. But it kind of just fell flat for me, to be honest with you.
Got you, bro. It for a lot of people, I think it did that. a level of understanding was like kind of hard for people to interpret the film and where they were going. Me and again, like I said the other day, me and Toya, we sat back and we watched it and we dissected, just mainly the film. We're even talking about just in terms of religion itself, with the Nation of Islam, with the correlation between some of the things that they were mentioning in this film. And it was a good watch for that aspect of it. But I can understand, like, it seems like in the very beginning when we got the first Matrix, people were on board. The second one came and then it started getting really metaphorical, bro. Like they just started talking and the conversations and the dialogue started really, really getting. And then by the third film was like, oh, what the hell? But we get, and then this one was like, yeah, I'm gone. But you just have to sit there and really understand it. So yeah, it's just like they're tapping into, if you thought Nolan was confusing sometimes, with some films, like they just take it to a different level. But still decent looking figure, but I can understand where it wouldn't be for everybody. Shane, what do you think about this piece, bro?
Oh. The first Matrix movie is one of the best movies ever made. Yeah. I'm not best science fiction movies. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I think any top 10 best ever science fiction movie lists without the first Matrix movie is an incomplete list. Such a good movie. It had the combination of the brain candy and then the eye candy. So you had that kind of the difficult, convoluted kind of storyline that you really needed to watch a few times. And then I love when you watch the movie back a few times and then the penny drops. You go, oh my God, that's why he did that. I love that. Because I find you get more value out of it, and it's a sign of a very well thought out, put together movie. So the first movie, fantastic. I enjoyed the second one, and the third, not for me. And then the fourth, this movie just. No, I unfortunately this is one of those. This was like, I think it was like a 5-star, down to like a 3-star, down to a 2-star, then down to a 1-star. So I would love a Neo in my collection, but Hot Toys do funny stuff. If they just give us a Neo from the '99 Matrix, I do think that would sell a lot better than this. And even as looking at this like completely objectively, taking the movie out, I don't think it's a particularly great Keanu Reeves head sculpt. I think it looks a bit strange. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna be dodging this release the same way Neo dodged all those bullets on the top of that building in the first movie. No, this is definitely not for me. This isn't it.
Yeah, I saw a few people say that, it just looks like a dressed down John Wick in some aspects of it. Like he just didn't put the suit on. He just decided to go all black and just weaponry and stuff like that. So you're not, it was sort of like confusing to a lot of people, because even when they released it, I saw a lot of people were like, oh, whoa, I thought this was John Wick at first. You know what I mean? But then they realized that it was, Neo from the film. So again, I think what is going to hurt this release is that a lot of people couldn't really get behind the film. Even though I have no problems with the film itself, from a certain aspect, I can understand where other people would, because it was just like too much. And it was blatant them going against Warner Brothers. One of the biggest things was them going against Warner Brothers and companies who come in and they completely change the narrative, to suit their own
and
standards.
Lawrence Fishburne, like,
yeah,
I don't even know the backstory, the politics, maybe he wasn't available. I don't know any of that. I'm just saying that. Lawrence Fishburne is one of those actors that has presence, and he was like awesome in the original trilogy, particularly the first and second movie. And his presence was completely lacked. And I'm not saying if he was there, it would be a groundbreaking movie. Yeah, but I reckon you could probably tack another star onto it, like this whole new Morpheus. No, I wasn't buying that, man. I wasn't buying that.
And the thing is for me, like I said, I mean, I just from the simple fact that me and Toy are like thinkers and we like to sit back and dissect. I enjoyed it for what it was. And the figure itself, like if I was able, like I was trying to get it, but I can't because Ray's not going to have it. It's already waitlisted through Sideshow. I don't buy overseas anymore. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that if it comes around, I'll get it eventually because I actually just like the aesthetics of it and I had ideas for it. But if something would come around and especially for a cheaper price, I would do it. Calvin, what about you, bro? What do you basically fall in line of this piece? Is it something that you're thinking about, or is this like nah, it's just too much going on right now, I just gotta pass up?
It's a pass for me. I still have yet to actually see the movie. I think I maybe got 20, 30 minutes in and then got busy and went off to something else.
When that happens, bro, that's bad. Like
Yeah.
when that
So
happens, it's like, oh, that's bad.
I'm sorry, P-Rock, but that's how I felt about Lord of the Rings when you had me watch that long ass version of it. But after hearing your explanation of your description of it this week, it kind of
Yeah,
intrigued me. So I was like, maybe I want to go back and revisit it. So
yeah.
I'll get to that sometime this week.
Mhm.
But as far as the figure, I have the first John Wick and I have the first Neo. I'm happy with those two.
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic of this, the bullet wall that he has here. But other
Mhm.
than that, I'm sure I can find that somewhere by itself in the future. So
Mhm.
I'll hold out. But yeah, I'm passing on this one easily.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, it's like the beauty of collecting is that this is always going to be for
Dale.
some people. You know what I mean? Who you said, Dale?
Yeah, he said, "How dare you?"
How dare you, Calvin?
Had to trigger his ass real
Because
quick.
of that, yeah, definitely. I actually like Resurrections. So I'm getting this. I need a Keanu Shrine. Yeah, and that's the thing, Lancelot. I mean, there are going to be some people out there who definitely gravitate towards it. I know Toya loved this film. We both sat back and we enjoyed it for what it was. And I just like seeing them together. But again, like Shane, you said, if they would, I think would have basically taken the reception of this movie up a slight bit is if people if Lawrence Fishburne was in this film. If he was in the film, then people would have probably been like, okay, I to bring them all back together. But I think it was a scheduling conflict with him, when it came to the film because of what he was working on at that time. Because remember, they were working on this and they were working on this. They were working on John Wick around the same time. You know what I mean? It was around even during the pandemic that a lot of this was actually happening. So it's I think it would have been better if he was there, but I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I mean? So I don't take anything from it. So anybody out there, let me know what y'all think if you're gonna get your hands on it. If there's going to be like a figure for you, definitely like it's there. And it is something that I think a lot of people will receive. You might even see basically people take this figure and have it like a dress down John Wick or even I was talking about the other day. You could add like a white shirt, a white tie, making like a different version of John Constantine. There's so many things you can actually do with it because it's such a plain figure. You know what I mean? Like it's plain, minimal accessories that comes with it. So again, it might be for some folks. So let me know out there if you're going to get your hands on it. If this might be something for you if you enjoyed the film. Yeah, there you go. Next up, we had the photos for the Mark 7. Now this is the what is it? The 100 Disney 100 release of the Mark 7 Iron Man suit. And again, this is the all red, the hot rod red with the chrome piece. I know some people wanted it. The base looks pretty good. But again, another Iron Man release, and this is a Mark 7 that some people like, but then some people want or like the original Mark 7. Cam, what's your thoughts on this one, bro?
No, I'm definitely passing on this. We knew last year this was honestly a cash grab. Everybody loves Iron Man at this point, but it's basically a bulkier Mark 5 is what I'm looking at right now. For me, I think the color scheme is cool. It's something different. It probably would have been different or a little bit better, I think, if it would have been more black in this suit. But for me, it's definitely going to be a pass because I never saw this suit in this color in the MCU, and that's really what I tailor my collection to on my side. So looks good, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will enjoy it, but the whole collector's edition thing doesn't really like reel me in. It's cool. It's a great thing to have, but no, I'm a pass for sure.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And again, like I said, we had this conversation, before. Like, it's just going to be a pass for a lot of people because of the simple fact is what's expected. Like, a lot of people expected us to, and we were talked about, like, yeah, eventually we're going to see an Iron Man for the summer showcase, and this is definitely how it is. What about you, Calvin? Where you sitting with this piece, bro?
I'm a Cam. I like the colors, but it's not necessary. I already have tech. Now that I think about it, I technically have two Mark Sevens already. I still have one in the box because I had planned to do the conversion with the pod. I just never got around to it. Um, but as far as the Mark Seven goes, if you have this figure, this is one of the dopest Iron Man out there. I think it comes with enough accessories to get three or four, well, with the conversion, like four different looks out of it. So I think it's the original, the battle damage, the war damage. I mean, the war edition or something like that, and then the pod. So this was one of the
Mhm.
hardest ones. Like bang for the buck wise, anyway. That you got your money worth. But as far as this one, and then being a Disney guy, this isn't what I think when I think of Disneyland or Disney. I think they could have came with something else. I know this is just their typical bag that they go after.
Yeah, definitely, man. Again, like I said, I mean, it's there are going to be people out there who will get their hands on it. You know what I mean? Because, and people who probably pre-ordered, from the jump once it dropped. Because I think this was this like an exclusive piece that it was timed. You only had like a certain amount of time to get it. I believe.
I
think
think
it
this
was.
was the first lottery one, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been like, you're right. You're right. It definitely was. Shane, what's your thoughts on this piece, man?
No, look, I can think of about a dozen Iron Man that I don't have that I would rather buy before this.
Yeah.
So like this one it's just a very, very easy pass. And like if you look at the last two figures here, you got the Keanu from a movie that I didn't appreciate, and then this. If I want a Mark V, I'll get a Mark V. If I want a Mark 7, I'll get a Mark 7. But I don't want this kind of Mark 7 with the Mark 5 paint job. So, like, tying back into the thumbnail, I thought the thumbnail today was excellent and the topic is excellent, real talk. But these are like the easiest passes for me. It's not even like I don't even have to think about that. But then you put something up there like, I don't know, a Sam Wilson cap, which is just an amazing looking piece.
Yeah.
But that's a harder one for me to say no on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, this is an easy pass. I think this is for the diehard Iron Man fans or completionists, or I think this was an exclusive. Maybe people collect for that, but no, it's just personally not for me.
Yeah, bro. I again, I'm right there. I mean, for me, bro, like again, it's
Thumbs down, he said.
bro, like it's one of those situations where it's just we expect it. Like we get to that space where we expect them to always be an Iron Man figure. You know what I mean? We expect that. We expect them to always basically release another Iron Man figure pretty much every year. It's going to be that type of situation. And I'm just not, again, unless we know. I saw that comic concept one that we had, the one that they're supposedly going to be releasing. We don't know, and that's the one that I'm sort of like more focused on because I was like, that one really looks good, and this comic concept is something that I want. But this summer showcase it had some highlights. Don't get me wrong, but nothing that really buzzed me out of my seat, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? So, just wasn't there. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. So glad to see her actually in here with us. But yeah, so it's just one of those situations where I'm just not, for this, let me ask y'all a question. Like, do you think that a company such as, side of Hot Toys will get to the point where they'll move past these cash grab type of situation? Well, not going to say move past it, but with Iron Man, they're going to realize that not everything is cracked up the way it should be. Like again, you had that holographic one that dropped.
Yeah,
and they still can't get rid of that piece, bro.
They were giving it away.
They were giving it away, and they're
that
still
and Captain
sitting
Marvel
on this piece. Like, do you think that they
crazy.
will eventually understand, like there'll be a level of understanding that, yo, is this not working? Or you just think that, it's just who they are right now. They don't really get it. You know what I mean? What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, is this like they just don't care because it works for their market? You know what I mean? It's something that works more so for their market. So again, they're all in it because it benefits them to have it. They know that, there are people out there who want this piece, and that will continue to, or want Iron Man figures in general, and that will continue to buy those figures, which they haven't learned from this piece. Right now, this is basically still sitting.
330. Yeah, right.
Yo, it's $330. They haven't marked
okay.
this thing down yet.
Shit.
I think it has a 20% off with, limited time offer, 20% off with code. They need to do 50% off on this, bro. Like literally 50 or 75% off, because
they were giving it away last week's. I mean, basically. So it's like, why mark it all the way back up to its original price? That just doesn't make sense to me. But
yeah, it's not going, like, nobody wants this piece at all. Like nobody really wants to get their hands on it. So I don't know. But and the thing is, it's like, I'm not saying it's bad. Like the pictures make it look good from a certain aspect, but it's just there's no movement. And I think that they overestimated with this, man. Like they really, really, really did. They overestimated with this piece, thinking that people would gravitate to it. So, somebody said, Ryan Smith said 90% off more so. Yeah,
that would be.
That would definitely be. It would make more sense if they actually did that, but I don't know. Anyway, this Iron Man, again, it might be for some. It's not going to be for everybody, out there. Again, I wasn't going to get it. That was a pass for me, easy a pass. It wasn't something that I was going for, because there's plenty things out there, plenty more figures out there and stuff that we want, than to actually have another one of these. Hey, at least it's not a neon tech. I will say that.
That's true. That is true.
They didn't do it. That's not a neon. Now, I say that they didn't do a neon tech. It's just that they didn't push a neon tech like this, bro. So it is what it is. I'm so happy that they didn't do that because I am neon teched out. Anyway, getting on to the nitty gritty, I want to talk about this real quick. Again, I think this is, again, we're in the right place to basically have this. And the topic right now is scaling back. Are you priced out? Now, this is going to actually take a lot of participation from everybody out there as well, because this is a really sincere question. Even though, like, sometimes I hate talking about price, it is worth talking about because you have to really understand where it's sitting. Now, we know with the rooted hair Joker, we know with the rooted hair Anakin, we're running a risk of both of those figures being what? Almost $500 at the end of the day, bro. If you talk about like shipping cost, exclusivity, stuff like that, we're talking about almost $500, per figure, damn near. Unless, and if you get over if you get it from overseas, you're definitely paying more, because then you're paying that first, second batch number tag or that price tag. So your thoughts on, like, again, scaling back. I know, and it's the perfect panel to have this discussion with, because I call y'all the scale back kings. Because y'all know how to basically curate scale back on your collection. Even though sometimes you may get tempted by the dark side to buy other pieces, and to buy certain things because it looks good, you've mastered the art of, just staying within a certain lane. It started. So this is how this started. Shane, you started with this whole thing, and once it happened, it became infectious for Cam, and then Cal, it dripped into Cal. So I would say that you are the virus that disrupted the system.
He is.
Shane. So you are the pill that disrupted the system, that disrupted the machine.
I'll take it. I've been called worse.
Yeah, man. So, like, for you, like, now, just seeing, like, when you started collection, the joy of what it was to collect, how pricing used to be, and where we're going now. And I don't know if it's just because it's a popular thing, because collecting is popular amongst us, but it's still, no matter, we collect, but it's getting more we still see new people coming in, new collectors coming in, a lot of people that are basically introducing themselves into this genre, into this space, but we're still not as big as we think. And to be even in this position now, to whereas people are really starting to, look at pricing, and we're starting to get priced out on certain things. How do you feel about this whole aspect of collecting, where we were, where we're going, and where potentially we could be?
Well, a lot of the times where I come on this show in particular, you go around the panel talking about figure X or Y, and you get to me and you're like, I know you're not. I know you're not gonna, I know you're not going to get. It's like when you talk to Cam about Star Wars, but
oh my god, yeah.
Yep. I know exactly where Cam is coming from, because it's like, where I rule out entire lines, he's ruling out the IP more or less, So And I get where he's coming from, because for me, it's not about scaling back. And I appreciate a lot of people are scaling back, and they have to. I can't talk for anyone else but myself. But for me, it's about sustainability. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd like to be in the hobby next year. I'd like to be in the hobby in 5 years. I'd like to be in the hobby in some capacity in 10 years. So, I'm still as enthusiastic as I was, say, I got my first 2 Hot Toys in 2008. Yeah. But then I took it, I didn't get anything then until 2017, 18 before I re-engaged. But I'm still as passionate about the movies and television programs that are, these things that I love to make me spend a proportion of my income, on this stuff. So the kind of passion is the same, but I don't know. I always kind of look at not next month or next year, but 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, certain things you can't predict. If you you lose your job, or you have health issues or family issue or something like that, that's completely, certain things are completely out of your control. You make plans, God smiles. You've heard that phrase before. But just the kind of normal stuff, as in the day to day, I just rule out entire lines. You've heard me say this before. I won't get sequels stuff. I don't collect prequels. I won't collect Clone Wars. I'm not a gamer, so there's no need for me to have a VGM Spider-Man, even though I've never seen a VGM Spider-Man figure that I didn't think looked cool. So I think even now with so much coming, you've got obviously the wave from Hot Toys. We're in the post-pandemic era now. The 2 year waits are becoming less and less, and they're banging stuff out after 18 months, 12 months. Some of these exclusives are coming out after a few months. I mean, then you got in-art in the scene, and eventually they're going to have to actually put out more than one figure. And then, but even things like Big Chief Studios, I got the Tommy and Arthur Shelby from Big Chief Studios. Even that I really like that Maverick that they put out, and that's a third party figure. But yeah, look, my whole point is that in order to be sustainable, you have to be thinking about the space issue and the money issue, and then you have to think what's important for me, how I keep it sustainable. Again, this is just me, take it or leave it. I'm not a completionist. I rule out entire lines. I look for the best deal I can find, and price around stuff like that. 99% of the time, I do go to Line Rock Toys. Yeah. Because they give me the best price. Full disclosure, when I review, I get a better price. So I don't have to tell anyone that. I just am telling people because I like that transparency. So all those things, even thinking about this is a good one. This is one I've started doing. 2 things I've started doing recently. Are you going to like this figure in 10 years' time? That's a big one. Are you going to like this figure in 10 years' time? RoboCop, I'm going to like in 10 years' time because I've liked it for the last 30 years. Why would I not like in 10 years' time? Same as Terminator or Darth Vader, or, the big ones. But then if you're buying a figure that looks cool, and you're like, well, I like this in 10 years' time. Will I like it in 5 years' time? Is there a point in getting something if you think you're just going to, fall out of love with it in a few years' time? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a great point. And
the passion is the same, but our money isn't the same. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And as well as that, even sometimes changes that you made and tough decisions have to be had. Maybe it's okay, I'm not going to get that particular piece because I don't like it as much as I think as the other thing that's coming down the line. Or even a better version of a figure comes along and you already have that figure and you're like, right, what do I do? Am I happy with what I have?
Yeah.
Or do I move on? Say, how many people now have an Anakin in their collection, but they're diehard Anakin fans, and they're like, okay, A, am I willing to sell this Anakin to sell the collection to fund the collection? And am I willing to take the risk of actually securing one?
Yeah.
So look, there's definitely the storm is definitely here. I think it's important to keep things consistent.
Yeah. And I think what's the beauty of the whole thing, Shane, and just, when you're saying this, one of the biggest things, that was important that hit was you want to be in this space next year. Like, you want to be a collector next year. You don't want to get to the point where you completely cash yourself out.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And I think that, again, we get into this space, and a lot of people get into this space where, oh, damn, but if I miss out. And I think a lot of that, I can honestly say, and we've been talking about this for years, is, and there's no shade. When I say this, I'm saying this because it is absolutely no shade towards anybody. It's a level of honesty, because this is what happens and this is what we see. Us as content creators, and when we create these channels, is because people are looking for us. They're looking at us, but they're also looking for complete honesty. They want you to be 100% real and authentic. If you like a figure, say you like a figure. If you don't like a figure, say that you don't and that you're going to pass on it. The beauty of having this space is we can all say, okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to get this. Or, yeah, I'm going to get this. Why would it annoy me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would it annoy me because you don't like it or you don't want it? You know what I mean? Or you just say you're not going to get it. People, the beauty of this show is that we can have complete honesty and transparency when it comes to what we like, what we don't like. So then for the average collector or somebody who's brand new, they can sit back and be like, well, you know what? That's right. I don't have to have this. There is something else that's coming that I can get. I don't have to basically fall for that or fall into this space. And I think that's basically like the beauty of being there. Cam, what do you think about like this whole thing, where you started, where you are now, and where like this whole collection thing is going right now? Sometimes where it can possibly get discouraging.
Yeah. So I started collecting during COVID, which might not have been the best time to start, to be honest with you. But we were at home and I was like, I've been looking at figures for a while, so let me go ahead and jump and grab a figure. So I ended up grabbing Black Panther, which I don't have anymore in my possession. Lord forgive me. Hey Calvin, I see you shaking your head. Don't do that to me. It's a silent treatment is what kills me. And I'm pretty sure Spice Runner's gonna say something too. He always says something. But yeah, so I started collecting and I kind of just went crazy, right? Because I felt like even watching YouTube, and I wasn't even into the space where I was creating content yet. But I felt like a need to keep up with everybody else. And it felt like, I don't know, it felt more like peer pressure, but it wasn't like direct at me. It was just like I was seeing all these other people's collections and I felt the need that, oh man, maybe I need to make that my own space too, But then I got on here and I started talking to you guys and Focus as well. And I figured out that really it's about making your collection your own at the end of the day. There's no use grabbing or putting things on your shelf that don't really resonate with you, that at the end of the day, if you're trying to sell it back or, give it back to someone else, you're going to end up losing out, on money that you probably would have spent on something that you really, really would appreciate it on your shelf. But at the end of the day, I mean, we see that not only the space is growing, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that are getting out of it because, of course, the prices are growing along with the collection, and all of our pays are staying the same. We're not getting any random raises tomorrow that are like, oh, I heard you collect figures, like here's an extra $1,000 on your paycheck,
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
So it's like,
that's brilliant.
We're stuck. So
yeah, bro.
As the prices rise up, we're just like the hamsters on the wheel, just spinning right now, trying to figure out how we're going to move things in certain places to be able to still collect at the same rate that we do right now. But
yeah,
I think for everybody, it is a good chance for them to kind of look because I think the releases recently have not been super, super strong. Of course, with that Anakin and that Joker, they've been really good. And a lot of people have been, I guess getting a second chance at getting the Joker because some people that might have missed out on the in-art version. So this is an opportunity for you to get it. But obviously, like you said, with competition or with ingenuity creates competition. So of course, between the two, we're just going to see the prices just keep on going. So it's going to get harder.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely getting harder, bro. And look, the business ethics of a company, bro, I get it. I get it. Like, literally you have to survive. And when it's innovation, if especially when you're tailoring new figures, when you're bringing, like, the demand is there, because we know that a lot of people have been asking for rooted options when it comes to figures with hot toys, competition when it comes to in art. They want to see basically innovation on head sculpts. And with any company, like, when you're doing these things, when you're creating these figures, or you're, introducing new products, and it creates or requires, a new body, a new head sculpt, updates on the hair, tailoring to make sure you have quality, and tailoring wire capes, LED, USB lightsabers, magnetic bases now, because I believe they're not really saying that. But again, you didn't see a cross grabber with that Joker, so I don't know. But when you start to think about these things, it's like, I understand from a company aspect that, okay, yes, some of the things have to go up. They need to ask more, and sometimes they're going to scale down when it comes to quantity, because again, these are more exclusive pieces. Also, they've been hearing a lot of people because they've been complaining about exclusivity. So now people who have been complaining about that, you have it now, but there's a price to pay for it, because it makes it harder to get. And sometimes it's not even about money, it's about tangibility, being able to basically get these figures. And if you can't get it, it's like, what? Why should I even try now? You know what I mean? Cal, where are you basically sitting again? I mean, knowing that you're selective about certain things. I know what IP. I kind of think I have an idea what IP for you is challenging, and that's Batman. We already know, like, anything in the DC and that aspect of it is challenging.
Well, it's Batman Marvel with a dash of Star Wars. That's my problem.
That's exactly right. But I mean, with Star Wars, we know that you're definitely selective. Marvel, you're definitely selective. But what do you? How do you feel?
This wall would say otherwise.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But how do you feel about all this, man?
Um, I scale back is an understatement for me. Usually back in the day, I would just, if I wanted it, I got it. Didn't think twice about it. I would just snatch it up. Now I don't deep dopo anything. I'm literally just trying to close out anything that's already been ordered. That's all I'm focused on. Anything new coming in, I'm like, I'll wait on it. I woke up this morning and saw a retailer had summer sale, and not looking to buy anything, but just going through, just trying to see what he
they
had.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at, I probably saw about a good 5 or 6 Iron Man figures, and I'm like, I could have waited for this shit to go on sale, because here it is, just sitting here still. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love that I've had it in my collection for well over a year now, and they're all lit up and look dope, but I could have waited. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, as far as collecting goes. My 5th anniversary is in 12 days. My wife wants to go to Dominican Republic. Her 40th is in October. She wants to go to Greece. Okay. Um, and just in transparency, because y'all know I just keep it real. I just had a 10K expense week between maintenance, California registration, and other permits I had this week. 10K. So that's why on Wednesday, when I said the truck was in the shop, I said this is a bad time to ask me about collecting, because this is the last thing I'm concerned about. Right. And then so that's just where I'm at right now. So I think Brendan said it best on Wednesday. I have no problem just sitting back and being happy with what I have. Yes, I am still closing out other invoices. Like I said, my Ecto 1 came in. No, it hasn't come in yet, but my invoice came in. He expected me to close it out earlier last week, and I asked him for an extension. And all week I literally was like, do I want this? Do I need this? Now, granted, I'm not into losing money, so I'd already had like $400 in the deposit, and I was like, I've already invested that much into it, and this is a piece I've wanted for years. So I finally decided to do it. But trust me, when I say I did it at the 15th hour, or the 25th hour, I literally the last moment I was like, okay, go ahead and do it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm literally just trying to close things out that I've already paid for and have deposits on. Otherwise, anything new, I can wait.
got you, bro. I definitely feel you on that, man. Again, life takes over aspects of everything else. Like, me and Toya are basically talking about, my 50th also, which is also our anniversary, is on the same day. So it's like, yeah, I got to kind of think about my movement now because again, we know, you know, with September, October coming, there's more releases that are on the horizon. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That haven't been checked yet. You know what I mean? Which I'm surprised that Hot Toys hasn't put out like that. Coming soon. Like how they always do it. So we're well prepared. At this point, we don't know what's definitely going to be here, and that's why, like I said, everybody out there, like literally, I say this to say, don't fall for literally don't fall for the hype. Be selective, but check what's going on. Dan, what about you, bro? Like, I mean, because I know, like, with you, it's a controlled situation. You don't collect from the um Disney Plus shows. Is that correct?
Yeah, for the most part. I
Yeah.
don't really get anything that I don't love or like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I've kind of been doing this for the last couple of years, like where I used to get everything, but
Mhm.
I really, like I've mentioned before, I really like narrowed down my collection to the shit I really like, and
Mhm.
that's kind of just what it is. Like, don't be afraid to get anything that you love that you'll absolutely love, like,
Mhm.
and yeah, just that's pretty much all I do, and it keeps my wallet in check, keeps my collection from getting too crazy, and yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't like I haven't sold anything in like probably like over a year, almost a year and a half, just because like I got rid of all the shit that I just bought just out of like, out of impulse or like FOMO or whatever. Like I sold everything that I just didn't feel like I needed anymore. And like now I feel like my collection is cool. I don't have to worry about too much. And yeah, I'm always in like a slowing down type of mindset because like I
Yeah.
collect statues too, so that shit's expensive. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah.
That whew,
Sorry, I'm
Jesus.
late. Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, it's no problem. You already know, bro. You definitely, man, no problem about that. And I love what Mario said right here. Nothing wrong with slowing down or scaling back. It's a marathon, not a race. And I agree, bro. I agree.
Yep.
Like, you couldn't said it better, bro. I could not have said that better because it's one of those situations where even sometimes when you slow down, scale back, you'll start finding those pieces that you may have wanted a while ago at a cheaper price. And you're like, you know what? I'm glad I waited. Like, I'm so glad that I waited. I'm so glad that I scaled back. Like I told Toya, like, about a month ago, I canceled about, I'd say, a good 23 pre-orders, 23, and then another 18. Like, that's where I was, bro. Like, that's where I was. And I had to really think about that and be like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing this because I have to be smart about it. And I'm not going to basically just get things that I don't necessarily need. I'm going to focus on the things that matter the most. And that's going to help to curate my expenses. So I'm not going to basically fall for that space. Because I don't, again, it's not a situation where I need to be that way. And you know what, and at the end of the day, it's like Calvin, when you're talking about trips and trying to take trips and go on trips, and expenses are it's a thing. When you're dealing with your truck right now, Cam, you already know, bro, dealing with kids. Hell, bro, I went Cam. When we went to Otakon, bro. I sat back. We went to get all right. Bro. Whoo, we went to get something to eat, right?
Yeah, yep.
So we went in the food court, and it was me, Toya, her oldest, and I think it was the second one. Bro, for us and I got them fries and chicken tenders, right?
Right. Yeah, I was about to say that's probably what you got. Fries and chicken
Yeah,
tenders, right? I was like, that's the
fries and
basket
chicken
and
tenders.
shit.
That
Yep.
was just the
Yep.
max there at that spot, bro.
Yep. Yeah.
$68.
That's crazy. That shit's crazy, bro.
$68 for that, bro. Yeah. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
Now, and then on top, ask you a question real quick. Was the food trash? Because usually you pay for that shit, and then the food be trash on top of it. You'd be like, "What the fuck did I spend that money on?"
Bro, like okay. So here's the thing: that they loved it and they thought it was good. They thought it was definitely decent. But like Shane and Cal, when we were in Celebration, bro, and I literally going to the food court, I got better deals there than I did here.
Your story reminded me of that because at one point, I think it was the first day or the second day, I realized I haven't eaten today. And I was like, right, may as well go get myself an overpriced burger.
Yeah.
Walked into this place and it was kind of a cool little food truck type thing. And I got this burger, cheeseburger, and they call it some fancy name, like, I don't know, the Manhattan or whatever. Like, I was thinking, all right, £10. Yeah, £10. Yeah, take me £10. There was no fries with it either. It was just a burger. But I took one bite of it, yeah. And I went, and there was a guy sitting next to me eating the same burger. And he looked at me and he goes, I know, right? It was a bloody awesome burger. You have 5 or 6 kids there, and that's an expensive bloody meal.
Yeah, bro, it was expensive, like 60. I think it was like $68 for it. And I'm sitting there, and I wasn't thinking about it because I'm like, you know what, they got to eat. We were having a good time, but then once we finished and walked away, I was like, God damn, I can't believe I paid that. And then in Artist Alley, because there were prints and stuff like that, it was like another $60 for like prints and all that. It was like, yo, when you think about all that, it's like that shit is expensive when you're going to these cons, when you're going to like these vacations. So it's like all of that. And when it boils down, you always think back like, yo, how much money is sitting in this room? And I'm like, if I really tallied it, it would make me sick to my stomach, bro. I know it would.
Well, the worst part is, so when I was there, I tried my best not to spend no money on anything, right? I did the press thing, yada, yada, yada. I brought like some like peanuts and some snack bars and shit because I was going to be there all day. And then I went down to Artist Alley, right? This shit got me because everything there was anime. And I was like, I'm not really into anime like that.
Yeah.
And then I went to this one booth and that shit was all Harry Potter shit. And they had the robes and all the wands, and they had the wands that like lit up, and then they had the wands that like shot out fire. And I was like, oh shit. So of course I had to get my wife something and my daughter. And then I was screwed. I was like, damn, I'm out here $120 for like a couple wands and a damn robe. Shit's crazy. It was like I was at Disney. That's what I felt like.
Yeah, bro. That's just the way it felt. And I'm like, yo, these cons are a trap. Like literally a trap. Luckily, it wasn't anything else because it was Otakon, so there wasn't anything else that was there that I wanted. Right. But I was there. I mean, mainly we were there for the kids, you know, and just seeing the kids have a good time. It made so much sense. I was thinking about also Shane when we were at Celebration. Cal, you remember this? Shane, it was Shane, Silver Fox. It was a bunch of y'all that were going back and forth getting some drinks, bro. Like y'all go like, I'm just gonna get a beer. Y'all were dipping like every 10 minutes, bro. Like, yo,
it was a good session because it was great though because we were right next to the main stage, and no matter like when you were standing there, it was like a Diego Luna or Rosario Dawson or someone else, and then they have like the trailers on, and all you guys, and it was like. You could get in and out easily, and it was the bar there. It was a nice place. Yeah, but we should have just bought 2 at a time.
Yeah, bro. Like it was y'all, and the thing is, it's like I can tell when Ian had been drinking. When we first got there, Ian was talking normal. He was having a good conversation. He would go back. He would get a drink. He'd come back. He's a little bit lively, loose. He would go come back. And then he's gripping you up, throwing you around. He would go come back, and then he'll punch you in the face.
Wait a second. Yeah. You could understand him when he was sober. I can't even understand him when he was sober. It's that Scottish accent, man. Most of the Americans watch me with subtitles.
Bro, you know what? If Calvin, Shane, if people only knew the night that we had, bro. They only knew the night that we had. That was a movie, bro.
We
That was
had two nights back. Remember, we got kicked out of a bar the first night.
true.
A night's not a night unless you're getting kicked out of a bar.
That's true.
Come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I still blame my wife for that shit. I was like, you started this
shit. Yeah. Definitely. But it was a good time, man. But like somebody said, yo, the cons, like somebody said here, he said, yeah, cons have become nothing more than a shopping extravaganza.
Yeah.
You used to be able to get deals or see something unique, but these days it's just roll after Funko Pops. Yep. You damn right.
Exactly right.
I gotta come in on that. I get that. Yeah, cons are really expensive. Like Star Wars Celebration, the day passes were expensive. The full passes were even more expensive. Yeah. The price of a photo op really, really expensive. And anything in there, you are not buying Hot Toys in there unless you find some absolute rare grail that is at somewhat of reason. It's not happening. Yeah, but we got Dublin Comic Con on here next weekend, yeah. Mm-hmm. And normally I wouldn't go because the guests aren't good. But it's $22.50 to get in, yeah. So that's about not even $25. Mm-hmm. They got Linda Hamilton, Michael Biehn, and Robert Patrick. It's like $60 or $70 per person for photo op. I'm doing all three.
You're doing all three? Yeah, bro.
But the thing is that I'm skeptical though, because I've been on the website going, okay, right. So you get in the Saturday. This is the entrance, fine, okay. And the autographs are here, okay, fine. And the photo ops, oh, Linda's at 2, oh, brilliant, excellent. Oh, Michael Biehn, he's at 4, brilliant. Oh, this all seems so organized. Yeah. I just have a feeling like I'm going to get there and it's going to be on fire.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Or something. It's just like.
And that's the thing, bro. Like when you see people that are, because I was like, yeah, I'm dodging, New York Comic Con this year because we're prepping for the month. But bro, Mercedes Cosca Reeves is going to be there.
Hey, the list is really good, bro. I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh shit.
Yo, like everybody is going to be there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like literally the one time that I'm like, yo, I'm not going. This is to be the first year and I don't know how so long that I'm not going. The list of people that are on those panels is incredible, man. Like definitely. Mario, we're not going to talk about Frankenstein's because you waited till I left. And
first off, there's no cover charge. You can walk in the door just fine. You're free to walk in. There's no comparison, and you already know you're getting bent over backwards if you go down certain aisles. So I don't get Frankenstein's. You go there to see things in person because you don't. Otherwise, you would have to order it first. That's where I go to just view things. I'm not buying anything from Frankenstein's. I'm cool.
Dan, have you been to Frankenstein's with Mario yet, bro?
Not with Mario, but I have been, and it's the same shit as like a con. It's all fucking overpriced.
It's a big ass swap meet.
Yeah, it's just a giant swap meet where we got fucking one booth charging fucking $1,000 for some fucking figure that's been sold out for like only a couple of years, like shit like that. Like it gets ridiculous.
It's kind
of
the same. I ain't going with Mario because I ain't fucking with Mario when it comes to Frankenstein, bro, because he be trying to get people to get stuff, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's just what he does. Anyway, so next thing I want to actually get, and this is going to be like one that we're going to touch on quickly here, is again, this makes perfectly good sense with the panel now, and actually in this where we are right now. Now, again, I wanted to pull this thumbnail up one more time because I want people to kind of look at this and I want you to see exactly what we got coming, like literally what's coming, what's going to be in rotation. You have the Marvels. You still have collections and figures coming from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We have Spider-Man, the video game 2. No Way Home line is in a full push. We have this episode 3, again, that head sculpt that we actually got with the Anakin. We also have Ahsoka. Let me move this really quick so you can actually see here what I'm talking about. You have Ahsoka, you have Loki season 2, you have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and that's just a small list of what else is going to be coming that we're going to see soon. Is it safe to say, and Dan, I'm going to start with you on this one, bro. is it safe to say that you're going to start really possibly just going in on just an IP at a time? Or are you going to focus on just one IP and not go through like this full list, bro?
Yeah, probably. I think I could probably safely get away through getting through Ahsoka and not getting anything.
Okay.
I probably won't get anything from there unless something, rocks my socks off. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm just not a big Marvel collector. The only shit I am getting is like the three main Spider-Man from No Way Home. I have one of them. I'm gonna get the Guardians of the Galaxy line, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for Marvel that I'm just waiting on. But I ain't pre-ordering shit from the Guardians of the Galaxy line until they announce all of them, like Drax, Mantis officially. Until they're out, I'm not getting a single fucking thing. So if they don't release them all, I'm not getting them all. So until they do it, just like the Bad Batch, I waited till they got them all. Then I'll go ahead and pre-order. But
you'll dip in and get them.
Till then, nah. But
got you, bro. Shane, what about you, man? Are you well? I think I'm asking the inevitable, bro, because I think that's already a question that's been answered, bro. And
put up the thumbnail again. I just want to see.
You pull up that thumbnail? Yeah, I'll pull up the thumbnail real quick so you can take a look at it and see.
My expectations for the Marvels are on the floor. They're in Australia, man. I mean, I'm not going. I won't be able to go into that show without any lowering my expectations anymore. So I don't think that's going to be a threat to my wallet. Spider-Man 2. Look, man. Like I said, I haven't seen a Spider-Man figure that didn't look cool. But I'm a gamer. I have to stay out of that. Guardians, love that trilogy, but yeah, that was a hard decision, and I just had to make it. No, Spider-Man No Way Home is a threat. Spider-Man No Way Home is a threat. The Goblin's coming home. Maybe the Hobgoblin, Doc Ock. Hopefully they fix that Chevy Chase head sculpt. The final suit. Everyone's getting the final suit. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I keep thinking about that bloody layering. And you know what he'd look good with? You have that, him with the the basketball top and the puffer jacket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you put him standing on like Brandon Salad or something like this. So that company that does the arcade games and the Coke machines, they do those little ghetto blasters. That would look cool.
Yeah.
But Ahsoka, look, I'm looking forward to Ahsoka. I want it to be good. So that could be a threat as well. But Spider-Man No Way Home, Ahsoka. The rest I think I'm safe up on.
Yeah.
Shiny said John Wick 4 and Predator. Yeah, they're going to be small lines though. Could be just the Predator, John Wick, Kane. That's manageable. But yeah, that's a threat. That's a wallet threat. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is a wallet threat when I think about that, bro. Because again, we're talking about. Well, the Prey we already know because they already said that one figure. It actually said in the disclaimer, 1/6 collectible figure. Like they didn't basically say 1/6 collectibles is just one. So Prey, it might end up just being the main Predator character in that movie.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? So the IPs are definitely going to be a threat. It's this. Again, I think out of this list, the only thing that really poses a threat to me, because like I said, Ahsoka, definitely I'm an Ahsoka fan. The Spider-Man line, again, there's only a few figures that I'm actually getting from No Way Home. I'm not getting the Ock. I'm not getting the Goblin. I passed up on those. I'm not getting I'm getting the Jamie Foxx Electro. So that one I'm getting. I didn't get the integrated suit. I'll definitely have the Tom Holland the final suit. Both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, those, but there's a lot of from that IP that I'm kind of like passing up on. Didn't get those bases at all because it wasn't something that I wanted to actually have, so I wasn't really worried about that. But there's only a few from that list that are going to pose a threat for me so far. You're right with the Marvels, unless. And here's the thing, because the Marvels is going to be iffy to me, because the only thing that I look at that will probably be of interest is that Monica Rambeau, if they give us that particular figure. You know what I mean? I would be in on that. But everything else I could care less about when it comes to that film, because I want it to be good, but then again, I don't want to be a rush job for Marvel, and that's what I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm afraid that that's what we might end up seeing. And then the trailers didn't really impress me at all. I'm just going to be completely honest. I wasn't really moved by it, but I mean, I want to see it. I'll go see it. I'll go support, but I'm just hoping it's better than what we actually see so far. The VGA video game, the only figure I was interested in is that the black suit Spider-Man. So I was cool with that, unless, and Dan, I think you know where I'm going with this, bro. If they release that fucking Venom,
The world and its mother knows what you're going with that, and that's
That-
100% going to happen.
bro, that
100%
Venom,
coming.
woo, if they release that Venom,
They'll wait till the game comes out before they drop that one.
yeah, bro. If they release that Venom with the, oh my God, it's over for a lot of people. And I think that honestly, if they release that Venom from that game, a lot of people will possibly sell off the Venom that they got from the film, bro.
They might, yeah.
I
That's-
might.
Yeah, I mean,
I might.
like if they do that, then there's going to be a lot of people doing that, bro. Like literally, I believe they will, because people are definitely expecting to get that piece. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm Cam. Where are you? You need me to pull up the banner against you?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. So Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, Star Wars. I ain't getting that shit. All right. We can just go ahead and narrow that down right now. But Marvels, I actually have kind of higher hopes, but for that film, I feel like all female cast, they might tear it up. It might be pretty good.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to get the Monica Rambeau Spectra figure. I think that would be super dope. And give us a Miss Marvel too, bro. Like it got skipped. It did a whole damn 8-episode series and we didn't get shit from it. So I'm like, where the hell? That was a waste of time. So hopefully we get something from that. There's one up here that I didn't see, and it is a film that I'm excited about that I feel like is gonna be good, even though it's kind of solo. And Blue Beetle comes out in 2 weeks, and I feel like that thing is gonna be pretty good, bro. It's obviously the third version of Blue Beetle, not Dan Garrett or Ted Cord. It's Jaime Reyes. So I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be kind of like a funny film. Might be a little OD with the comedy, but I think that Blue Beetle figure, if we do get it, is going to be kind of dope.
Yeah. I love Blue Beetle, and my expectations for that movie are just fucking non-existent, man.
I think for a lot of people, especially where DC is, since we've seen in the last 2 films or 3 films with Shazam, Black Adam, and how Flash did, it's like it's very low. Everyone's
just can't take George Lopez seriously,
bro. And he's kind of he looks hella weird in there too, like with his little goatee.
Yeah,
he got his nails painted and shit, and I'm like,
and the hair, crazy. Bro. Like just what they did with his hair, bro. Like, I'm just like and that's the thing. Like, when I guess that's what it is for me. When are they going to take these IPs a bit more serious, bro? Yeah, because not every IP or not every film needs to be a Deadpool.
Yeah,
not every
film what it feels like, right?
Needs to be a Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. And it just feels like they are taking that trope and injecting that into every film. And that right there is a sign. For me, that's a sign of failure when you do stuff like that, because you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't necessarily have to, bro.
This film seems like they're trying to recreate an Iron Man of their own, because like, I mean, of course, Blue Beetle is a separate character, but the whole storyline of Blue Beetle having to go against this big corporation, you know what I'm saying? And then you have Carapax in the film, who is similarly like Obadiah, you know what I'm saying, as far as a monger. So it's very close to the same. I hope that it is better. I mean, just for DC's sake, I hope it is better than what we think it is so far. But
and remember, it was supposed to be a Max release, an HBO Max release that they moved to theatrical release. So I'm hoping at the payoff, because again, James Gunn, because he has been selling the film saying it's good. Everybody else who said it's good. But again, they said the same thing, which look, I enjoyed The Flash aside from some of the CGI. So I didn't think it was bad. But again, like you're selling this IP, and I think he even, like, the main actor even got on and was pleading to the fans to basically go see this movie because a disappointing projection that they said that this movie probably first day is only going to make 17 million, or I think the weekend 17 million or something like that. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, that means so. Again, I think that for any film in the box office right now, it's a struggle because we're not going to see a lot of $1 billion films for a while. The economy is not in a good shape to see a $1 billion film and that people can have full confidence in. You know what I mean? So I think the next $1 billion film that they're looking at, surprisingly enough, is Barbie. Is on her way to $1 billion, bro. And crazy, but it is.
I'm going to see that on Tuesday night.
You gonna go see it?
I'm gonna go watch it soon too.
So like, the last time we went to the cinema, I was like, it was my turn to pick. Like, in fairness, Megan, she's got such patience. She will go and see anything I want to go see. But we went to see Oppenheimer, and at the time, like, because they came out the same weekend, like, the cinema was wedged, and she's like, she saw everyone. She's like, yeah, I want to go see Barbie. So yeah, we're seeing that on Tuesday night. But I'd say Deadpool 3 could be if they do it right, and if they market it right, which those guys are marketing gurus like Ryan and you. They don't even need to put out ads; they can just do it through their Instagrams. But that could be one that could potentially, guys. I gotta go.
I know you have to roll out to get something.
Great topic.
Anyway, bro, brought up. But thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Let everybody know what you got coming up, real quick, bro.
The Hope Show should be on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. my time. It'll be scheduled anyway. Dropped 3 reviews during the week. The Big Chief Studio, Tommy Shelby, Besbin Luke, and Cad Bain. And I'll probably be doing a review on the Quarter Scale Dark Knight and possibly Arthur Shelby from Big Chief Studios at some point. So, yeah,
Appreciate
that's
you,
it
brother.
Anyway. Thanks very much for the invite. Great
Thank
to see
you for
everyone.
being here, as
Subscribe to
always.
everyone. Thanks for the chat. These
As
pints,
always,
they're not
bro.
going to drink themselves. All right, see you.
Peace out, bro.
All right,
Peace
man,
out. Thank you for being here, man. We have Brother Cousins in here. He would say, damn, maybe his Cobra Kai popularity will help the sales.
I hope so.
I hope so, bro, because the thing is,
Susan Sarandon fans out there.
Yeah, I want the film to be good, but I don't know. I don't. I'm hoping for the best, preparing. I always do that for any film. I have, a certain level of optimism, but we just never know where it's going to be, bro. So I would hope so.
Is George Clooney the new Batman? I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm confused as shit.
Well, see,
because his ass was there at the end, right?
I hope not. That's the fucking worst
Imagine
Batman
if we get
ever
George
seen
Clooney back, he'd be the new Batman or the reoccurring Batman from now on. That would be kind of fucking weird. Like,
and he's older than Ben Affleck, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, I don't think I'd be on that. I'd be
like I would definitely not be on board with that, bro. I definitely wouldn't be on board with that. Come on, don't do that. Don't play yourself by doing stuff like that.
Shit and all. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's Batman. He's a Batman in one universe. I just hope that they don't basically. Now, I mean, knowing that they have Gal Gadot, and she did make that announcement, that public announcement that she's coming back as Wonder Woman, which I'm quite happy about. I'm not going front. I'm okay with that. But we know there's a lot of people that are upset about the whole Henry Cavill situation. So, it is what it is. Marvels. Here's the thing, Cam, when you talk about the Marvels, bro, like, so I want to pull this up, bro, because I'm gonna explain to you why, for me, it's hard for me to get on board with every character. And the reason why I say that is because I am not a fan of Miss Marvel's suit.
The new one, like the regular jumpsuit.
Yeah,
with
bro.
the sleeves rolled up type shit.
Happy with this suit, bro, because to me it reminds me of what they did with Thor's suit in Thor: Love and Thunder, bro. Like, it was just like she didn't get a chance to even showcase the suit that she had on from the shows that much. and then you upgrade it to this. I just think it looks like a wrestling entry suit, bro. Like a lucha libre suit, bro. Like,
Just
doesn't
like
it?
a generic
It
ass
does.
like character.
Yeah, shit pretty hella
bro.
basic.
It looks hella basic, bro, and I think they added too much. I like the suit, and surprisingly enough, I love Carol Danvers' suit here, bro. I love like that. I love, of course, Spectrum. Or are they going with it? No, they're not going with Spectrum. What are they going with?
I don't think they're going. I don't think they called her anything. I think it's just Rambo right now.
Didn't they call her Photon?
Photon.
Oh, is it Photon now? Oh, Photon.
So they're going to go with Photon.
Yeah.
So they're going to definitely go with Photon. So again, love that suit, but the Miss Marvel suit, bro, is just like something about it. I'm like, man, I love the look of the other suit. You know what I mean? Like if they would have kept that level or that balanced, I would have been more on board. But that's the only thing. I just don't like the suit. Like, give her something else, man.
I feel like the only thing that's going to set this film apart, or if they do, and I hate to say it, like, a male character, it's all female cast for the most part, right? And I feel like that's really important to see on screen for a lot of people out there. But I feel like if they introduced and started going into Blue Marvel, I think that would be dope. Like for them to introduce that character in here, and then got all the other Marvels here, so like why not throw my man in there, throw my bone and shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, if we basically, bro, I'm saying if we saw Adam Brashear on camera, but it has to be the right version of Adam Brashear that I would get on board with. Don't just throw somebody in there just because
the Wonder Man suit version looking like.
Yeah, bro, give us the right version of Adam Brashear. And it has to be the right age for me to basically get on board with that, bro. Because again, especially if you're reading, for anybody who's reading right now, if you're reading what's going on, like the Fall of X, how Iron Man basically ties into that, how Iron Man, Tony Stark's found out that both Adam Brashear and his dad worked on a different alloy material for a giant Hulk, or what it was basically a giant Buster suit, but they've changed it and they've made this and like, so what's happening now? I think it's full long or something like that. I forget his name in the books. He's gotten hold, or he bought Stark Tech from Tony Stark because Tony went broke because he spent all his money gathering up all these weapons from mass destruction, so they're not on the market, and he went broke. So another character bought and has ownership of his company and has created these Sentinels to destroy mutants. So that's the whole Fall of X, and it's a totally different alloy. And Adam Brashear was responsible for some of the alloy that was created. So if you read that, bro, it's incredible. It's definitely incredible.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
But yeah, it is. It's definitely crazy. But Kyle, I'm gonna go to you, man, because I didn't really get a chance to talk to you about this, bro. When you look at this, list, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an easy thing for you. But when you look at the list of what's to come, bro, what's your thoughts on this, man?
No Way Home is really the only thing I feel like I would have to tackle, if anything.
It's gonna be Cheating Ass Dan's go to.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to think what I ordered. Electro, Doc, and Hobo Goblin. I think those three I have ordered. Otherwise, I'm pretty clear of everything else. I want Drax, even though he hasn't been released yet. For order. Everything else, I'm trying to think. Episode 3. What came out in episode 3?
Episode 3 so far has just been an Anakin, but then you got to remember that they're talking about this was the first figure from the line that they're tackling.
I've got
with that exclusive new hair wool type or whatever. So it tells me that we'll possibly see an Obi-Wan, a Padme. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I can wait.
Pregnant Padme would be wild.
A pregnant Padme, yeah, that would be incredible, bro. If they did that, that would be insane. With the hair, that would definitely be insane. But yeah, bro, I again, this list, because of the list being here, and I do see that Pop Coach Acosta said Star Wars everything. Also all the Star Wars, definitely. That to me, I think is going to be the toughest thing for me is Ahsoka, because I want everything from that film. I mean, from that show, bro. You know what I mean? I already have an Ahsoka, you know, but if you're going to definitely give us a Sabine, you know, I do love that Shinhati character. You know, we're definitely getting another Inquisitor. You know, when we're talking about getting you know, Thrawn, you know, the possibility that we might even see, because there are rumors that we basically might see updated version or flashback of Anakin again, Obi-Wan possibly in it as well. You know, there's so many different things that we can see in it. Is this going to be crazy? Across the Spider-Verse, of course. The video game, if they release that Venom, I don't really care about Loki 2. I'm just gonna tell you that right off the back. Like I like the show, don't get me wrong, but I'm not buying another Loki figure, bro. It's just not gonna be my thing. Not something
I just
that
remember
necessarily
something.
need. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Cal Kestis?
I know. Good question. Good fucking question. We went through this whole damn summer showcase and all they teased was a fuck. Man.
Was the logo.
Yeah, bro. Cam, you muted.
Goddamn rookie mistake. They even gave y'all troopers, right? I think
two
different.
One fucking weird.
Oh, one. Yeah.
Man.
That's weird.
Cal.
That sounds weird.
That's it. No Cal Kestis, bro. Like none.
Forgot.
And that's the thing is like here's the thing, and this is what I was talking about, bro. The most disappointing thing for the summer showcase for me was we're still within the, you know, 40th anniversary of Revenge of the Jedi, or Return of the Jedi, I'm sorry. 20th anniversary of Clone Wars. Things that you promised that we could have gotten, and also they did promise the VGM video game, and nothing. Cal Kestis got snubbed. Yes, he did. Mark Attack, he got snubbed yet again. So it's like, what? Yo, somebody said Ginger's lives matter. Yo, Mark's funny. But yeah, didn't. So it's like, what the hell is going on? I'm a huge Rebels fan, so all the Ahsoka figures is a no-brainer. I wish we could get a Kanan. Yeah, bro, we still could. If there's a flashback, who knows? We could definitely get it. Dan, you want a giving birth Padme too. You muted, Dan. You
that
muted.
face she was making. Come on, bro.
So we basically got Chewie's bandolier. Could there be a likeness issue? Could be. It could be the reason why we actually haven't seen that yet. But let me ask you this question, and I want to pinpoint this to Cal. Cal, if and here's the thing, Profi. Mario basically said that he saw a snippet of the in-art Wonder Woman that's going to be coming soon.
I believe it.
Fucking Mario. It didn't say nothing to me until the show the other day. So if they release a BVS Batman from in-art, are you going to pull that trigger?
I'd have to see it first.
You'd have to see it yet.
I'd have to see it first. As of right now, hard no. But let that right image pop up on the screen. It's very possible. But right now, no, I'm cool. Like I said, I still got two Batman vehicles I'm still working on. So
right now it's like a no.
Yeah,
but that shit come out looking polished.
I'm holding. I know I don't have the hair, but I'm holding it down for shame right now. Just imagine me with red hair. You know what I'm saying?
Dan, you already said you were on board if they drop it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No brainer. Cam, my question to you is not about this.
Oh, okay.
My question to you is, what figure, if they ever dropped it from what IP, would be a threat for you? Because right now I know that you're trying to complete the entire Galaxy, the Guardians of the Galaxy line.
Yeah. So of course, I mean, if they reissued that Yondu figure, that's a no-brainer for me, 100%. Adam Warlock, I'm not really sold.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
One. So his shiny ass can stay.
My interest went down the drain as soon as that movie. Now I was like, yeah, no, I'm a wrap. It's a wrap for me.
Yeah, Yeah. They
money.
made him hella mid because I was looking at I was looking at the fact that like at the end of the film when like the last team was like running and then you had like Adam Warlock in the back just like jogging and shit. I was like, oh man, that's kind of lame. So
Yeah, bro.
yeah, that or either I mean a lot of mine are re-releases. So if they were to re-release the Black Panther from the Black Panther film, that one too. So probably either of those.
And Cam, you were talking about Blue Beetle. Look what they just put up in the DC universe. It's a closer look at Dan Garrett and Ted Kord's costumes.
It's dope, man. It's dope. I wish we had some type of black story because I know they were talking about doing a Booster Gold's I think TV series or something like that on HBO Max. So I'm like, how would that correlate with this version of Blue Beetle? Because that wasn't the version of Blue Beetle that Booster Gold was with.
That was
so
with
I'm
Booster
like,
Gold, yeah, bro.
I mean, but Booster Gold does time travel, right? If I'm correct. So they could make up some shit, honestly. Time travel just gives you endless possibilities at this point.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see, man. Everybody out there, let me know what you guys think. If you're going to get your hands, or it does anything that you basically you see from this list, does it pose a threat for you, or are you pretty much like I'm good right now? Let me know what you basically think, or if you plan on basically getting that LWO El Profesor card, basically put it on his credit card, everything on him. So
Oh,
if
my bad. I
you
thought you meant his other card. I thought you were talking about his VIP to
his
HJ.
VIP, no, I'm
I thought
talking
you were talking
about
about
his
that
El
card. My
Profesor,
bad.
where he'll basically buy you every figure interest free for 10 years, and you don't have to pay nothing for 10 years. So definitely make sure you get that El Profesor LWO card. His name is signature on it. So definitely make sure you hit that card. Anyway, great show, guys. Thank you for basically being here tonight or this evening for everybody, or afternoon for whoever you are. Cam, what you got coming up next, bro?
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me as always, bro. Missed out last weekend. Well, we both weren't here last weekend. So thank you again for having me, man. Yeah, so I got some new content that I'll be dropping this week, and I'm trying to create a space on Big Gold Belt Network where they kind of they're getting in figures, and I'm trying to help them kind of review a little bit of stuff on there. Yeah. So guys, check them out on there as well. But yeah, I did some uploads, of course, from Otakon on my TikTok and Instagram. So if you get a chance, check it out, man. Thank you again.
Definitely, man. If you haven't already, make sure you head on over there, follow Cam's collection, and support all the videos and stuff like that. On the way to 1,000 subs, make sure you actually get there and do it if you haven't already. Please support the bro. Dan, what you got going on, man? What you got coming up next, bro? Spot besides cheating.
So I just dropped the Andrew Garfield review earlier in the week. A collection tour. LWO on Fridays. This last one was on Joao's channel, Big Bretta. It's a really fun episode. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, I actually just started channel memberships on my channel. I'm going to be doing a video to kind of explain what's going on about. Basically, I'm just going to be showing how I fucking cheat and how I can help you guys. So yeah, if you want to learn, come fuck with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate you for having me on as always.
It's always, bro. Always, man. Always a good time, man. And last but not least, the panty dropper, the room stopper, the guy who comes through with the voice each and every week. Ladies be like, "Oh, Calvin," in the building. Low key, what's going on with you?
Anyway, I'm cool, man. I'm just happy I made it through this week because I was stressed. I was stressed the fuck out a couple of times this week.
Yeah, bro.
Otherwise,
did you get the truck back yet?
Yeah, I got it back. I mean, my starter, my suspension kingpins, my AC, and an airbag. Oh, and tires.
Shit, yeah, bro.
But no, I got it. It's funny. I got out of one shop to go get tires to the tire shop to go get tires. I was like, God damn it. But glad I got through there. And this week, what did we have to say about Wednesday and LW? I know I missed out on LW. I was just shot, y'all. I'm sorry. I tried to make. I was initially there, and by the time I got home, and we have family in town still too. So I was just like, I'm not coming on tonight. So I'll be back. Shut up, Mario. I'll be back I'll be back this Friday. I see Mario was already trying to start a little early with that Padme comment he made. So
Yeah, bro.
talking about cochinos. So look forward to this Friday, see what's going on with the fellas there. And Dale, I gotta look forward to seeing my dude P Rock as well. So
Hell yeah, bro.
Brock.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hell
I'm not.
yeah.
I see Chewy says Chewy Mendler. Sorry to hear that. I'm not sure what he's sorry for. Like I said, I made it through the week. Just gotta. That just means I gotta put my feet down and hit the asphalt and grind out some more. But that's what I'm built for. So
Hell
that's all
yeah.
I know. So
Hell yeah,
like I
man.
said, tough week, but I'll get through it. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah, bro. But thanks for being here, man.
thank you
As
for having me.
always. And yeah, man, thank you guys, everybody out there for basically being here with us each and every week. What do I got coming up? I'm dropping a video on the Night Owls, just to take your position on the Night Owls. Casca Reeves, Bo-Katan, and Axwolves with the Throne. Brought to you by your boy over there, Uncommon Flex, my man Ty. Thank you for that throne. As always, it's a beautiful piece. So yeah, I had that video dropping. It'd be dropping tomorrow at 9 a.m. So stay tuned for that. Comic Book Talk with Friends, Say What Wednesday, Uncivilized Scoundrel, I think on Mario's channel this Thursday, and then I guess of course Figure Flex Friday and Full Rotation. So definitely thank you guys for being here. It's been a great show. If you aren't already out there having a good Sunday, hopefully you will. It's relaxed time. And again, just curate your collection, watch what you collect, but at the same time, enjoy what it is that you do collect. Until next time, we are out. Peace, 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 peace.